Hello, and welcome to Zedhead Motovlogs. We are here for my very first live stream. Thank you very much if you're joining me. I will certainly try and keep up with the chat. I'm just going to do a wee bit of housekeeping by getting up the live chat. So, we have Ozark's HD Riders in. How you doing, buddy? Dark Visor. It's great to see you in the chat. Mr. McStash. How you doing? Burning Gas, hauling ass. How you doing, buddy? Like I say, I am just about to put up this just to let people know who are in the chat that might want to come on and have a wee bit more of a close and personal sort of sense of what it is that I'm going to show you tonight. So basically what happened was I posted a video on my Instagram. I also posted it on my Facebook page, and I did as a YouTube short as well. And it was using chroma key. And the video was basically a reveal from my face to my helmet. So that's what I'm going to be showing you, what I did and how I did it. So staying for the Scottish accent, brilliant, Dark Visor. I really appreciate you coming, man. Thank you very much. Do you like that, Jim? My daughter and I absolutely love Smokey and the Bandit. So what I'm going to do is I am going to post a link. That's the link up. If anyone wants to pop on, you're more than welcome. Like I say, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the actual clip, and then I'm going to show you a breakdown of how I did it. Now, the software I use is Cyberlink PowerDirector 365. Yeah, Ozark's HD Riders, I saw that. Sinister Clutch gave me a shout out on Instagram, and I think what you guys are doing on Instagram just now is absolutely fantastic for the motovlogging community. It's absolutely brilliant. There's the fellow Scotsman in. How you doing, Jock? It's good to see you in. So what I'm going to do, first things first, you Scottish madman. Sinister Clutch, listen buddy, I really appreciate the shout out on Instagram. Thank you very much, my man. That goes a long way. It's really, really heartwarming when the motovlogging community comes together like this. And I truly do believe that we have got an absolutely fantastic little bubble of motovloggers. 2 Dark Visors in the room. We've got one from Sweden. We've got one from Scotland. Dark Visor, meet Dark Visor. Yeah, so it's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I know, another Dark Visor. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share a screen with you. If you just bear with me. I will go and I will come up to here and I will go click on that. So this is the video that y'all know, and the video that you saw. I thought it was pretty trick. I liked it. It's quite fun making it. Just the usual call to action there. Thanks for watching, and Zedhead using my brand. So that's basically that. And what I'll do is I'll bring that back up again. Here I am. So yeah, that is the clip, and that was all edited on PowerDirector already. Brilliant. So yeah, that is the clip. So what we're now going to do, move that. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to show you how I did it. And I am going to click on that. And now I am going to go on to stop that and then share screen. This is all new to me. You need to bear with me. It's all exciting stuff though. Go back into StreamYard. So as you can see, there. I'll get it right, Zed. Get it right. There is it. There. Got it right eventually. That is Cyberlink PowerDirector 365. So I'm just going to add RevBomb in. How you doing, buddy?
Evening.
How's things?
Good.
Nice one.
Watch this amazing show you're going to do tonight.
I don't know so much about amazing, but we're going to give it a good try.
Yeah. Are you using Filmora?
No, it's Cyberlink. It's PowerDirector.
I know. It's
PowerDirector 365.
Yeah, it's very similar to my Filmora I use then.
Right. So basically, I think between all the programs, I think the actual idea behind it will be transferable onto all the different types of software, because everyone will be able to do chroma keying when it comes to editing. So it may be slightly different the way you have to do it on your program, but from what I can see on mine, I'll show you in a wee second.
Brilliant.
So basically, what we have just now is I've got two tracks up on the screen there. You can see the one at the bottom. The one at the bottom is actually the front track, and then the one at the top becomes the track at the back, which is what you see with me with the helmet. You don't ever see that bit when you're actually doing the editing. That only comes through via the chroma key. But what I'll do is I'll jump into this, and RevBomb, if you can maybe give me a couple of wee prompts of things that might be coming up on YouTube, like comments and stuff like that, because obviously, I've only got a single screen, so I am at the moment on PowerDirector, so I can't see the chat.
That's fine. I'll update you. So we've got quite a few in the room. Carl's in there. Feral Scotsman, McStash, Burning Gas, Hauling Ass, Sinister's in there. Ozarks is in there. So you've got quite a few viewers. You've got 18 viewers at the moment. So go for it.
Absolutely fantastic. I really appreciate everyone taking the time out of your day or night to come and watch me. So basically what I'm going to do just now is, you'll see my wee mouse my wee cursor moving about here. I'm going to disable both tracks. So basically by clicking that box, I can enable the track, disable it, and then I can enable the other track. So that gives me the facility to work on either of the tracks at any given time. So what I'm going to do, first of all, is I'm just going to play. This is the overlay track. Just open that up. Let's see what's happening. Press play. So I don't have any audio on it just now because I took the audio off. So as you can see, what I've got is a chroma green box, which I have here. It's just a box wrapped with a chroma screen, basically, like the material, and I've made sure that it's nice and flat. So that's the first clip. I'll come out of that. So that's the first clip that you see. Now, one of the tips that I would recommend is when you're holding the box, if you're going to do anything like this, don't have your fingers spaced, because what it does is it casts a shadow and it makes it harder to key out. So as you can see on mine, what I did was I kept my fingers quite close together, which makes it easier to key out the rest of the colour. So that's Zedhead's tip of the day. So that's the first track, as you see, and the second track, and we'll do the same. Just open that up and we'll give it a replay. As you can see, Zedhead being a wee bit silly, but like I say, this is just for the effect that you see later on. You'll not see any of my jacket or anything. This'll all be trimmed. So that is it. That is what I'm working with. I am working with 2 tracks. And what are you doing, Zed? Let's put that back up in there. So, right. Now that you've seen the two tracks, and like I say, the track with my helmet, it goes into track 1 because it sits at the back, and the track with me holding the box and going across my face, that becomes track 2, which sits in front. So it's that one that I need to work with. So I'm going to untick that one and I'm going to tick on that. And what I'll do is I'll bring the cursor along so that the chroma key is in the frame. So that looks good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the actual track itself. So once I've done that, I'm telling the program that I'm wanting to do something. So in powerdirector, we have a little drop down box here saying tools. We go into tools and we go to the first one, which is PIP designer, which is picture in picture designer. So as you can see, we have basically Muggins here with the chroma box, and I am now going to grab the colour. So go up to the left hand side, I've ticked chroma key, and then I'm going to the eyedropper. So basically what the eyedropper does is it picks up the colour, and there you go. You can see right now that it has deleted the colour from the box. Now what you will notice is that there is a little bit of green around the outside and a little bit of green around my finger. So you have 2 settings here. You have one which is colour range, and you also have denoise below it. So what I'll do is I'll just have a little play about with these, and what you should see is, as I'm going up the colour range, you'll see on the colour chart here that the range is widening as a increase, and what you should see is the edges of the box are starting to lose the green colour. So for the purposes of the tutorial and for the purposes of showing you guys, I'm quite happy with that. Now what I'm going to do is just increase the denoise just that wee bit, and I'll go down to, what will I go down to? Let me remember. Border. Now when I do this, when I click border, you'll see a big ugly border comes in. So I'm going to take that away. So it's basically that size there. What you will have done is you'll have seen people doing vlogs and they'll put that border in, but I don't want it in. What I'm more interested in is just putting a wee bit of blur on the edge, and that just softens the edges a slight bit. So I'm going to say for now, okay. Right, so what I have, I'll just come back into StreamYard just now, just to see if anyone's coming in. I'll drop the link in again just in case anyone wants to. As anonymous biker Zed putting on a clinic, well, it's something like that. Yep. So I'll go back in, and what I want to do now is I want to basically enlarge this, because if you can remember, my original clip was slightly bigger. So I'll bring that in like that, and I'll maybe try and pull me over central. So if you can remember me saying at the start that this track here is at the front and the track at the top is at the back, well, you can't actually see the track at the back just now because I have disabled it. So that's what I'm going to do next. Now, what should happen when I enable this is you will probably see the helmet and you will see what's behind come into the box, but it won't be lined up. So that'll be the next bit. So I'll click it now. Oh, just like magic. So now we have the helmet, and I'll actually play it like that so that you can see it. So as you can see, the scale between the two clips isn't right. So that's the next thing that I need to adjust. And just looking at it just now, the colouring on the chroma needs to be adjusted slightly as well, just to adjust the sort of the outline. But for the purposes of this quick demonstration, I'll leave it as is just now, and I'll just enlarge myself slightly, pull myself into nearer the middle. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to line up the eye level. I might actually have to narrow that down a wee bit. Yep, so the eyes in the helmet are slightly higher than the eyes at the front. So it's just a case of playing about with it. So again, I'll take that off, click on that, and I think it was down a wee bit. We'll go down. We'll bring the two of them together again, and then we'll give it another replay, see where it is. Just by looking at that, I would say a wee bit over to the left, and then we'll play it again. I would say that's actually, for a demonstration, I would say that's not too bad at all. So basically what I do after that is I would overlay music. I would overlay my Zedhead logo or whatever else I was intending to do with it. And that is pretty much it. That's pretty much how you do the effect. And like I say, it's a chroma key I've got covering just a cardboard box. It's nothing fancier than that. But you have to try and make sure that the edges and whatever have got a decent amount of coverage on it, so that when you're going over your face, that there's no creases and there's no white lines and stuff like that. So that's it, mate. What do you think?
Very good, very good.
So my idea is now is for everyone else to go and create their own version of it. I have actually got a visor which I have glued. It's an old visor, and I've glued the chroma key effect onto that, which I'm going to use in a future idea that I've got. And it's quite a simple but effective technique. I think what it would be good for is like, I know Bikes, Beards and Brews was doing his front fairing. He was changing the lights and stuff like that. So he had the full fairing. He had the full fairing on the bike, and then he took the fairing off the bike. So it would have been good if he had filmed the full fairing on the bike, and then he could have like the chroma in front of it, and it revealed the strip down. You know, I mean, there's loads and loads of possibilities with it.
Yeah, definitely the endless things that you could do.
Yeah.
So, idea for Jim then, he could obviously green visor Jim, and then you could go and put Brad Pitt under your helmet.
Yeah, I mean, it's what I'm trying to do with powerdirector is basically I go on to powerdirector University, and I know Anonymous Biker USA watches. I can't remember the guy's name, but he's absolutely brilliant. He posts every week, and the tutorials that he puts up are absolutely fantastic. There's so many different things that you can do. There's another one that I've got in the pipeline, another idea that I just need to nail it. It's not as simple as the chroma key effect, but yeah, it'll be interesting to do.
There's definitely a lot of comments coming through on the side chat. So yeah,
that's good. Yeah, you could have in the fairing, then take it off as a wee little bit. Brilliant. Yeah, NVA Rider saying that he watches powerdirector University for a bit, and it is absolutely brilliant tips. I actually got the idea for that clip from TikTok. I use TikTok basically to promote my channel. My like, that's it. Yeah, that's right, Anonymous. He's absolutely brilliant, so he is. So I saw the idea on TikTok, and I basically went on to powerdirector University to learn how to do the chroma key effect, so that I could do it myself. And it was myself, and then the helmet. That was that's the sort of idea that I had. But that's that. Now that I have you all here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I do outside of motovlogging. Not work-wise, but one of my other sort of interests. So I'm going to show you a photograph, and then I'm going to talk about it. Seconds, and we'll share the screen. Now wait, back onto this. This one here. Let's see if it comes up. 2 seconds. There. Let's see, wait a wee minute. This is where it all goes wrong, because I'm trying to share. Right, wait a wee minute till we get this. We'll get this right. Stop that screen, right? We'll go on to share screen. There it is, yeah. And there we go. So, I play bowls. I have played lawn bowls since I was 13. And that picture there was taken at the 2017 Scottish National Championships that I was fortunate enough to qualify for. It was a triples that we were playing in, and the guy standing next to me is my dad. And we qualified for the Scottish National Championships when my dad was the ripe old age of 79, which is absolutely fantastic. So bowled for a great number of years, something that all the family have. My big brother's been a Scottish champion. We got to the quarter-finals, and we were unfortunately pipped at the post in the quarter-finals. But yeah, that's one of my sort of pastimes. That's when I want to chill after being out on a bike. That's what I do. So it can be just as exciting as doing 100 mile an hour on a motorbike sometimes. You know, when it's getting to the business end of a game, it can get quite intense, because the competition is absolutely amazing. But I want to show you another wee thing. When I'm not riding my bike and when I'm not bowling, I've got 3 kids. So my son is a stunt scooter rider. Ooh. And Craig from Motorrev, they posted something on their Instagram with one of the boys on a stunt scooter on a skate park, and I messaged them to say, "Listen,
saw that today with Craig going over on his arse."
Yeah, and I messaged them and I said, "Listen, my boys are he does the scooter riding, so when I'm not riding my bike, when I'm not vlogging, when I'm not working, when I'm not bowling, I take the wee man to a place called Unit 23. It is the largest wood-framed indoor skate park in Europe, and he absolutely, there you go. That's for Anonymous Biker. He's just commenting on the Smoking the Bandit t-shirt. Too cool for school. Nobody's mentioned the Murder Nova hat yet. I used to watch the Murder Nova all the time on the Outlaws. You do the drag racing on the streets. So yeah, I'm going to show you a little clip of Alex. Go on here. Yep. No, 2 seconds. I'll just. your screen. This is all very new to me. It's certainly a lot easier when you're just going on to somebody's stream and talking, isn't it? Right, so this is my son here.
Jesus.
He's 13 and he's been riding scooter for about 5 or 6 years. And that skate park's his second home. That's one of his pals that he rides with. I don't know how he does half the stuff he does. I watch and all. It's absolutely unbelievable.
Jesus.
He just, I say to him every time where I stay, it's about a 25, 30-minute drive to the skate park. And I always say to him, what is it you're planning to do? And he'll sit on YouTube and he'll watch another rider. He'll watch another rider doing it and he'll say, I'm going to try that. Now, it might take him 4 or 5 different visits to actually get the trick, but the perseverance that he's got is absolutely phenomenal.
Brilliant.
Just that drop that he just did there, 6 foot. That's it. So that's just a wee bit of an insight into the sort of life of Zed outside of motovlogging. I think sometimes it's nice to actually show people. There's Jim. I think sometimes it's all right, buddy.
Hey, Jim.
You're how you going? Hello,
Not bad.
Revbon. How are you? What was Ed?
How's things, buddy?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, I've just been
Good.
watching. I was watching just before this the Mars land new rover landing on Mars. That just landed just as you're.
That's right. That's right. I didn't time that very well, did I?
No, you did it. You timed it just well. It landed the minute before you went live.
Oh dear! That just shows you how much preparation I made, and I didn't even realise that was happening at the same time.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a good tutorial. That was good. That's a good bit of kit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doing that.
Yeah, it's a good idea, and like,
yeah,
I think there's limitless possibilities of what you could do. You know, it's like putting a green screen across the side of your bike if you've maybe get the fairings off or something like that. So you would do it before you had the fairings off. You would use the green screen, and then basically when you've got the fairings off, you would film that, and that would be your reveal through your chroma. And it's quite a simple thing to do, but it's got quite a good impact, you know.
It'd be quite interesting to see, to do your whole crash helmet green, obviously apart from the visor, so you can so you can't see. But yeah, do your whole crash helmet, and then
I've done a visor. Obviously, I'm not going to ride with this, but this is going to be like
that would be problematic.
It's the idea that I've got with this. I usually, like during the summer, I've got a chrome visor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to film something walking towards. Here's Gareth coming in. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, okay, there's guys.
Hello.
Here he is.
How's things?
Not too bad. You get to see a rare occurrence with me with no hat on.
Oh,
So, look at that.
He's got no hat.
I've came into the living room and I've just said, I'll sit, I'll chill out, I'll watch Zed's tutorial, I'll learn a bit tonight, and I forgot to put a hat on. So
it's all good.
you know,
It's all good.
so
Aye, so
that was really good, man. That was really good.
thank, it's one of these things
Yeah,
that
like
like I would love, like I think I put up as it's up just now. I want everyone to show me their versions of it, because every single motovlogger's got their own style. That was my take on it. I would love to see everyone else's take on it.
Yeah.
And everyone to
Right.
tag me in it, and it's another wee idea that everyone could put a short up using that technique.
I might have
definitely,
a
Give that a
crack
go.
at that this week. We've got, because obviously I ain't got my Z, but we've got a Z at the garage. We've got a Black Gen 1 in.
Uh-huh.
I might have a crack at that and see if I can find an FS1E engine to go behind it.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw like I was saying with this visor here, it's like I ride with a chrome visor in the summer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chroma key this out, and I've got like an image of chrome that I'll place behind it. So when I'm walking towards the camera, it'll look as if my visor's chrome, and at the last minute, I'll click my fingers and something will come up on my visor, whether it's advertising my next vlog or whatever it is. The possibilities are
That's good, guys.
limitless.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely,
Yeah, it's
man. I
pretty
think
cool.
it's you could try it. You could try it. I think
I
Jim
might
should.
cover my whole bike in green screen.
I was actually thinking Jim could spray paint himself totally green.
What's that?
You should paint it. You should paint yourself totally green and put like the Iron Man suit on you.
Yes, I did think that. Yeah. Paint my house.
There is another sort of idea that I've got using it, and that's you can actually buy. The morphs.
Or you could have one of the other motovloggers. I'll get one of you to send you, and then put you on me. You know, like with the deep fake.
Aye.
Yeah.
Like the morph suits that you get.
Yes. Yeah.
So you can get a chroma key morph suit. It's like a morph suit. It's basically like a skin tight suit. So basically, you can get a chroma. Oh, sorry, on you go.
I was saying, have you ever seen the outtakes from like Marvel, like Infinity War and stuff like that? Where you see the guy who did the Thanos.
That'd be quite funny.
Yeah, he had the green suit, and that's what he did. He was dressed up as a obviously dressed up in that to play Thanos when they were using the CGI.
I'm trying to remember his name because he was in He was in the Goonies, wasn't he?
No.
Yeah, he was. He was.
And he was also in Men in Black 3.
Yes,
because he played the. I can't remember the actor's name, but he played him as a younger. Aye. I can't remember that guy's name. That's terrible. I can see him.
Josh
Brolin. That's that.
Josh Brolin at the Goonies. Yeah.
Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
I think he's he's better as he's got older. He's fun. He's fantastic. There's a few of them coming up with Josh Brolin.
Look at my camera.
Who's that? Yeah, Josh Brolin.
He keeps jumping around.
It's good, he is. Yeah. He's done some good.
Quiet again.
He has. He's done some really good stuff.
Yes.
So what's everyone's day been like? I was working for 10 hours today, so I'm not going to stay on for for too
No,
long.
no, same here. I've got another load of ride tests to do first thing in the morning, 7 o'clock. I was in at. I'm currently downloading the. We did another Milano today, another little 125. But we had the 1050 Sprint delivered today. It came in. It was filthy. It was dirty. Didn't run. Gave it a good clean up, and well, you've seen the photo up on the Instagram. It is absolutely gorgeous. Due to be out on that on a test ride tomorrow. So with a bit of luck, video for that will be up tomorrow night, and she'll be up for sale.
Excellent.
But it's a nice ride. I took it round the block, and it is a nice ride. It's got loads of torque there for a 1050, but it still don't compare to a Z.
Nah.
No. Well, I am just about Friday, tomorrow. I'm about to buy new front brake discs for mine because it's a big heavy bike. Yeah, and that's one of the things that happens. It warps discs for fun.
So I've heard, yeah.
So I'm just about to buy a new set of BBC discs and pads all round.
Do you get through a lot of tyres as well, do you?
Back tyres, it chews back tyres. You're trying to put a lot of power down on the road. So it chews back tyres.
Yeah, my 7 does exactly the same with tyres.
Yep.
Not too bad with mine at the minute. I've got about 5,000 miles out of my one so far. Not too bad.
What's everybody's brand? Because obviously I predominantly stick to Michelin. I tend to run Pilot 3s or Pilot 5 with the 2 CTs. This is my last set. I don't know if you can see, but slightly chewed on the edges.
Yeah.
I think it's Bridgestones that were fitted to mine. So what ones is it? Is it the 23s?
BTO 23s, yeah.
It's the 23s that I've got on mine. And you know that way, I bought the bike with those tyres on it, and I like them.
A lot of people go for BTO 23s, or they've got the other version, which is the BTO 27s as well.
Yeah. Is
one
one of them like a touring? It's got a hard compound in the middle, or is it?
2 CTs.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I've got on mine BT. Yeah, Bridgestones BTs. Just because I do a lot of miles.
The thing about tyres is it's like everything else. It's a personal preference.
Yeah.
Now, was it Maxxis? Remember when Maxxis came out?
They're still out, believe it or not.
Well, yeah. Did they not get the molds from Avon's old model of tyres, and that's how they started?
Yeah.
Oh,
you know, so everyone was turning, I wouldn't touch these tyres. Why? People had been using Avons for years and years and years, and it was the same tyre. They were using the same compound rubber. It was just the old molds.
Yeah, a lot of people, because obviously people knock the Chinese bikes and they go, "Oh yeah, but they're a nylon tyre." You know, everybody's on good rubber now, and I've said to them, yeah, but if you go back to sort of the late 70s, early 80s, all the Hondas, the Yamahas, and the Kawasaki's, we were all on those nylon tires. We never had any issues with them.
Yeah.
And of course now everybody's don't touch nylon tire. All those Lex Motos have all got nylon tires, including the LXR sports bikes, and I can still get those knee down, but you're riding within the limitations of your tires. You're not pushing it to the limit. So if you're going to be an incompetent rider, or you've not got the knowledge to how far those tires are going to go, then you are going to have problems. Obviously, you're going to slow down in wet weather or cold conditions anyway.
Yeah.
It's got to be one of the most unnerving things is a tire giving way on you, like when you're, but you're right at that limit, and it just the bike moves 6 inches the wrong way.
Yeah,
brown stage.
It's just enough to make you pucker.
So only a tiny little bit, but it feels like a mile, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. But I mean,
see, I tend to drift. I do a lot of going in, and I do a lot of trail braking going into roundabouts, coming out of corners. But I also tend to drift, go in hard, but but I tend to drift the back end. If you get enough power, you can actually get that drift going on that back wheel and start to drift it across. But there's a very thin line, again, between actually drifting and that tyre catching and high-siding you.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've been on that ragged edge a few times with the ZX where it's clipped back on me and it's whoa and it's bit and it does give you a slight pucker of the rear.
Yeah,
just a bit.
Yeah,
it's like the weather just now, it being cold and the tyre taking that long to get up to temperature. The ZZR, you have to be so. I don't have traction control. I don't have ABS on mine. My bike was the year before ABS and traction control come in. So that's my ABS and traction control right there.
Yeah, I was having that same conversation with my Dave yesterday about it with the Aprilia with the tyres. It's so sensitive. When they're cold, it's an absolute pig for about the first couple of miles because I used to have this big roundabout and it just doesn't want to turn. It won't want to turn into corners. But once you get the temperature up, it's all right. It's not too bad. But yeah, absolute pig in the cold. Doesn't like it.
Oh, and a quick one for you, Jim. Our ape that we've got in the workshop, we spent ages. We got the sprag off of it, and it's fine. Yeah, it's the starter motor. That's good. Yeah, it's a starter motor.
If you so I had to upgrade my. I had to get I had a 200 amp hour battery. I upgraded that to a 300, and I swapped out the solenoid as well. Get the upgraded solenoid.
That's our next thing.
I was actually going to say that to you, Jim, about the Aprilia because my mate had the Millie R, and that was one of the things that he said to me was you have to make sure beyond reasonable doubt that your battery is at its optimum because it will destroy the sprag clutch.
It'll bugger it up. Because you need to be getting that. Yeah, you need at least 11 amp because you've got like a voltmeter on the dash, but you need at least 11.7 to turn those two pistons over. But it's it's epic. The other thing is what I've just replaced on it is the clutch slave cylinder. I've got an Oberon. I've just upgraded that as well. So there's a couple of little mods you have to do. It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, to make them run a bit better.
The ZX7s are prone for blowing their clutch slave cylinder seals down on the front of the gearbox, and it's literally one little rubber washer. It's about 20 minutes to do it, but getting in there to actually change that rubber flange is a pain in the backside.
Oh, it was a bit. Yeah, I mean, mine wasn't too bad to get to, but it's just we took all the fairing off and everything, but it's just like the filth and road salt on the underneath of the bike. I was just like, I'd give it a good clean while I was under there. So
it's nothing worse, absolutely nothing worse. But then it's like I always find, see when you start taking the fairings off, and then you start looking deeper and deeper and deeper, and then the money starts getting it's costing you more and
massive can of worms when you open that one up. I had to sit on a ZZR actually yesterday as well. ZZR 1400. My mate's got one in, a green one. It hasn't got the aquapobic exhaust or anything on it, but it's quite comfortable.
So
quite low.
Was it the Gen 2? Was it
the do you know what? I think it was a 14 plate, so it might be. I don't know what Gen that is.
That's a Gen 2. So mine's a Gen 1. I'm a 2008, so Gen 1.
The Gen 1011 was the swap over year.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's the ZZR 1400 PS, the performance spot. That's the one that had the.
That's got the ABS and the K track on it,
and the special cans and that.
That's what my mate had. Yeah, rapid.
But there is a rumor from Kawasaki because they obviously discontinued it from 2020. There is a rumor in the wind, obviously because the Hayabusa's come back, that Kawasaki are going to put out a Gen 3 version of the ZX14 now.
I don't think they should get rid of it. I really don't.
I still think it was their best bike they've ever made.
Why? Why would you get rid of your flagship?
You know, we were talking about this yesterday about the hyper bike market. You know, because it did kind of like die a death because the 1000 cc's will come out, didn't they? Around about 2010, that was spanking them for top speed and quarter mile and all the rest of it. Plus they're lighter and faster. But it was like, it kind of like, so why didn't they do what with the new Hayabusa? What I can't understand why they didn't do like integrated, I don't know, like a luggage system that was like built in, that were like aerodynamic, so that you can go proper touring on it and stuff. You know, I don't know. I think they missed the boat there somewhere.
Yep.
You see, because Jim, I think you've met him when he was down at Sausage, the guy with the H2 Kawasaki, or the I think it's H2R Kawasaki, the silver one that was down there.
Oh no, I didn't see that. Yeah.
And he actually he went into Kawasaki's, and he's plenty of that. And he said, I want the H2R, but road legal. You can't have a road legal H2R.
You can't.
The only way to do it is to buy a street legal H2 and then move the bits from the H2R to the H2. Yeah. And he actually bought two bikes. He bought a H2 and a H2R, and had the H2R with little LED indicators in the mirrors. He's got all the carbon fairing, and he's actually got I think about one of 3 or 4 in the country that is a street legal H2R with the supercharger on it, 300 brake. And he was actually down at the Sausage and fired it up in the yard, and he had a rabbit can, an open rabbit can on his full titanium one, and the owner of the cafe came out and said to him, "You've got to know how to wheel that to the road and start it up." And he said, "Why is that?" He said, "Because everyone's sitting in there eating their food." He said, "You started it, and all of a sudden,
yeah." Jesus.
So, next time you're up, he's always there on a Sunday, and you can hear him coming from half a mile away. But it's loud. It is really loud.
I was in Isle of Man in 2015, and Kawasaki brought the H2R over to the island, and that was the year James Hillier took it around the course. And I was that wee thing there. That's a pass to the Nook. Yeah. And that's where I was sitting when he came down Bray Hill. You have never heard a sound like this in all your life. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It is like a screaming banshee.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? That's what I couldn't understand with the booster, why they didn't do something like that, you know, supercharge that or something, you know, could take it down another route, make it something a little bit special.
If money was no object, personally, for me, I would have the ZZR with the H2 engine in it. Supercharged engine.
Could do, couldn't you? Yeah, swap it out.
I think it would be quite easy to do, to be quite honest. I think
be interesting in that.
I think it would as well.
You see, I'm not much of a Yamaha lover, but we have bought in. We've got an 09 plate R1, but it's the Milwaukee edition, and that's got the full Akropovich cans on it. But we had the same thing, battery issue. It was struggling to start. And we actually we've upgraded the battery on it to a 220 cold crank. And
that's the cross plane crank one, isn't it? Big Bang engine.
Yeah, it's Big Bang engine. But we've got a 220 cold cranking battery in it now. It did have I think it was a 160 in it, and it wasn't man enough to turn the bike over.
Turn it over. Yeah.
So we've got a 220 in it now, but when that thing fires up, Jesus H.
Yeah. My mate come up from Nottingham, and we went a tour in Scotland, and he had the MT10, and see the sound of that engine. Yeah, it's so naughty, it's unbelievable. Yeah, it's just beautiful. Nice. Beautiful.
That's what they were saying about that new CBR 1000, isn't it? When you hear that one, the CBR.
Call it. Guy must get a lot of YouTube views to buy 2 bikes. Believe it or not, Anonymous, he doesn't YouTube, he doesn't Facebook. He rides his bikes because he likes his bikes. But you can actually actually see the same bike if you go on to Lamb Chops rides. Lamb Chops has got the H2R with the fins on it as well.
Yes. Yeah, he's added a mini.
Yeah, he's had them all put in as well. So.
Yeah. I don't know about riding it all the time. I'll be a bit worried because they're so expensive, aren't they? I'll be like, the paintwork on them and everything. Oh yeah, definitely. Not always riding it in the snow anyway.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
that's the thing as well. It's like it's when a lot of people when they get their bikes and they'll start, I'll put this on it and I'll put that on it, and they must get to a stage where they've got that much money invested in it that you must be like, oh, I don't want to drop this. I don't want. So there must be a point where it can't be enjoyable. You must be worrying about what's going to happen. You know, instead
it's
of
going to get nicked.
Just go and ride it. Just go and ride it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my bike looking good, and what I do is basically as soon as the salt goes down in the road, I take the bike off the road. I don't ride during the winter when the salt's on the road. I fully intend on getting a winter hack all the same, possibly a crosser or something like that I can throw about and have a bit of a carry on, because one, I think that the ZZR is only ever going to appreciate and value as the years go on and the rarity of them gets such that I want to keep it standard. And if I see any wee bits that need done when the salt's on the road, that's my time for tidying up all the wee bits that are starting to sort of fall by the wayside.
Yeah, it makes sense. Because I was looking at the prices of some of the old hire boosters, and you're looking at about 5, 6, 7 grand for a decent looking one these days. Second hand, they're holding their prices quite well.
Yep.
Right.
Don't see too many
note,
R1s
guys,
though. Like the
10 o'clock, I am going to have to shoot soon anyway.
Yeah.
So great video for tonight, Zed. Jim, look
10,
after yourself. All the riders out there, be well, ride safe, guys. And
you too.
If you're about tomorrow night, we'll see who's on tomorrow night. Till then, take care, guys.
Cheers, Bomb. See you later, man.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm going to shoot off, Zed, then.
Not a problem. Cool. Thank you very much for coming on. Sorry, on you go.
Yeah, no, thanks. Yeah, thanks for letting us on. Yeah, it's good, mate. It's a good gen. Is anyone doing a live stream tomorrow? Do you know? Or
I haven't heard. I don't know whether Military Biker's doing one or not. He's certainly not posted. He usually posts on his socials when he's going live.
I think he's away, isn't he? I think
I haven't heard.
Yeah. All right, mate.
I'll just do my wee sort of finishing off bit, mate. So,
yeah, cool. Yeah, no problems. I'll watch you from there. Yeah, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, buddy. Thanks very much.
See you later.
See you later. So, guys, that's the first live stream. It's all done and dusted. I cannot believe how many people come into the chat. I'm humbled. I really am. And I hope you enjoyed the little tutorial. It's not a definitive guide. I've still got loads and loads and loads to learn with powerdirector, and every day is a school day. Somebody out there might basically know a better way of doing that than me, and I don't doubt for a minute that somebody out there will. So, guys, from me to you, take care, stay safe, peace out, bye bye.